Let them. And note to self, other people's opinions should not be a factor. Hello Ramblers, and thank you for joining another Mindful Ramble video where we talk about all things mindset reset and how it aligns to our journey through life. Every journey has a story. Let's go! It is a beautifully glorious day today, September, and the weather is still holding up very well for us. So I'm out for a mindful ramble, and I've got a few things to chat about today. So as I said at the start, let them. In life, we should all have passion projects that we want to achieve, and these could be in our personal life, or it could be in our business life. So you might want to change a career and start this new business, or even just, well, not just, but like a side hustle to bring in some extra money. But it's more because you have a passion about it, something you love and you really want to do it before you reach the end of your life, which unfortunately will happen to us all at one stage. You want to create this story that if people were to read when you do leave, it's full of fun, and it showed how you did your best to lead the most fulfilling life you can. The thing is, will be people out there who will have their own opinion on this idea that you might have, or on you yourself, and we can get stuck or let it stop us taking that first step and going for it because we take on board too much of what other people think, and we shouldn't. Our life, our decisions. But it is very easy to get roped in to being influenced by others. What do you think? No, don't think they care less. I'm sure they do what they want when they want, apart from when the farmer tells them, probably. The thing is about other people's opinions. First of all, it's about how we think about them. So you might think this, so other people will think it's a bad idea, or they think that you as a person aren't strong enough to do it. But the thing is, how do you know that? People are very busy with their own lives, trying to do their own, create their own stories. They haven't got time, and they don't really care about what you're up to, so you shouldn't let it influence you and your decisions. And the other thing is, the brutal, honest part is you get one chance on this planet, and one day, a long time from now, you will no longer be on this planet. And how do you want your life story to read? One where you lived your life by other people's opinions, or a life where you went for it? You created these incredible stories to live a happier, more fulfilling life. I think I'm going to go with the latter. And that's certainly the way I like to try and lead my life. And yes, you can, of course, you can listen to what other people have to say and you can take it on board. And you might get, there's always some very useful, beneficial information out there that other people will share. But in the end, it comes down to what's going to make you happier and how you want to lead your life. So you can listen to these other opinions, you can take it on board, or you can just ignore it, let it go. And in the end, whatever that final decision you come to, that has to be yours. That has to come from inside you. Listen to your gut. Your gut is incredibly intuitive. It's a real learning curve and a habit you need to build to listen to it. It's something I've done over the years. I've managed to really listen to my intuition, my gut, and when I go with it, not all the time, but I would say 99% of the time when I do, it directs me in the right direction, the way I should be going. And if it doesn't, all you do is you learn from it, and you take it forward. And when you do make these decisions, decide to make this big material change in your life, and if it's not right in the end, that's fine. Again, you just learn from it. It's not the end. It just means you can pivot and start again. But the most important thing, the message I'm trying to get across, is people will have opinions, and you just need to take them with a pinch of salt and go with whatever feels right for you. And as I said, opinions, people will have them. There's no getting away from that. And as I've said before, they may have an opinion because they're trying to be helpful. They think they're being helpful. They see you making this big change and they think, oof, no, that's a big risk for them. They can't do that. They're not strong enough. They're not the type of person that can do that. How do they know that? Only you know that. So again, they're trying their best. They think they're being helpful. So just thank them for it. Let it go and move on. But then there's the other side of the coin, where these people are just jealous. They are jealous of this change that you're trying to make. They wish they had the marbles to do a very similar thing, but they don't. And as soon as they see you doing it, they don't want you doing it. So they will do all they can to try and persuade you not to, or show you the risks or the reason why you shouldn't. And again, you can listen to that. However, in the end, that final decision comes down to you and your life. Now, there also, of course, there will be people out there where you will have to take into factor their thoughts. And I'm talking about things like your children. Now, of course, there is those kind of people out there that, yes, you have to consider when you're making these decisions. And that's great. That's a very small amount of people. When it comes to even your external family, the bigger part of your family, your friends, things like that, their opinions don't matter. It's yours that does. So yes, you'll have to find that happy medium. If you are one who has children, for example, you have to make sure that you are doing the right thing for them. But in the end, they are probably the only ones that you really need to think about. Other ones aren't quite so important, and you are number one. And the thing is, you've also got to think that you're making this choice. It's going to improve your life, probably going to improve you as a person. It's going to make you happier. What that will do is that will then your children will see that, you'll be a better person for them, and it will also influence them as well to maybe take risks in life and go for it, and not live by other people's opinions, and make sure they learn that they should live their life the way they want to live it. I know when they're at school and university, they have to listen to teachers and lectures and things like that. However, as they move on in life and become adults, have their own responsibilities, they will need to lead their life the best way for them, because they also only have one chance at it, so they've got to do the best they can. There's a jogger walking past there, or walking past, a jogger running past, something I used to do years ago, but unfortunately my knees just can't cope with it anymore, so I'm much more of a speed walker, or going out for a mindful ramble. That's the way I like to get my exercise on a daily basis. And it is, I feel, if you're out getting, you know, a decent length walk for a decent amount of time at a decent pace, it's just as good as running. However, that's just my opinion. Note to self. Right, I hope you have enjoyed today's video, and if you have, I would be very, very grateful if you could subscribe to my channel, like, comment. I'd love to hear your comments about what I've talked about today, and of course share it with anybody else who you think might find it beneficial as I grow this channel. And if you'd like to buy me a coffee, the link will be in my bio or the description below this video, and I would be incredibly grateful as I try to build this channel bigger, better and more beneficial for you. Right, I'm going to walk on for a bit. I've got a few more steps to get in today, and I'll be back again very soon with another video. And if there's anything that you would like me to talk about, please comment. I'd love to find subjects that people have issues with when it comes to mindset reset, and I'll do all I can to discuss it and hopefully help you to find the answers to any challenges or issues you have in that area. Have a great day. I'll see you all again very soon. Onwards and upwards.